These anti-Semitic flyers have been found in neighborhoods all across South Florida in the past year. I am standing in just one of the locations here in Broward County. The winter surge is causing a drastic drop in blood donations. It is important for warm weather areas to give more blood to make up for the shortage. As desperate as people are to get their hands on one of these, they are having a blast on social media. It's that time of year again where an estimate of 50 architecture students come for FIU's annual walk-on water competition. Transportation is the biggest source of greenhouse pollution in the U.S., with light-duty vehicles accounting for 58% of those emissions. Nearly 5 million bottles of the Fabuloso cleaner have been removed off of shelves, and South Florida is not happy about it. As you can see behind me, I'm currently at the Dolby Theater. It might be quiet this weekend, but next weekend you don't want to miss the Oscars with your favorite A-list celebrities. My name is Gabriela Perez, and I'm reporting for STEP Univision News. Wyoming's ban on abortion pills slated to take effect next month. As students prepare for another day of school this morning, the fear for the future continues to rise. Stress and anxiety is an ongoing issue for young adults, especially those who are on the verge of graduating.
I had a lot of anxiety and a lot of worries, considering that me and my sibling are the first people to attend college in our family. My parents, I feel like I have a responsibility to provide for them.
Today, more than 50% of college students fear for their future and are experiencing doubts. More than 53% of 18 to 24-year-olds move back after temporarily leaving for college due to financial struggles.
Of course, there's outside factors that affect how students, relate to or integrate into courses or integrate into college life altogether. I mean, because this is, as the television show says, a different world.
Job opportunities, housing, and transportation are the main factors that cause students to worry. Time and time again, undergrads are making sacrifices in hopes of creating their dream life. For South Florida Media Network, I'm Gabriela Perez. Back into the decade of Kiss and Bell Bottoms for the 30th anniversary of the film Dazed and Confused. This coming-of-age film is being held at the Coral Gables Art Cinema, where fans follow a group of teenagers on their last day of school in 1976. A staple summer flick that captures some of the most iconic lines in movie history, including a memorable soundtrack.
You just gotta keep living, man. L-I-V-I-N.
Well, personally, I'm a big fan of Dazed and Confused. Love that movie since I was a kid. Watch it at least 2 times a year. So, I just walked by here. I heard it's coming tonight. I gotta go. I thought
it was cute then. Do you realize when he graduated we were like 3 years old?
Fans are ecstatic to lay back and watch some of their favorite movie stars, featuring early roles for Matthew McConaughey, Ben Affleck, Parker Posey, Adam Goldberg, and Mila Jovovich.
I mean, stuff like this is important to celebrate. It holds a special place in my heart and, my parents and a lot of people's hearts. So, be able to actually experience it the way it was intended to be seen, like it was 30 years ago. It's like an honor to do something like that. It's great.
As this film portrays a real-life version of what a high school experience is really like, director Richard Linklater's 1993 classic picks up the groovy vibes of the 70s, with the characters wear to the music that plays throughout. This will be a night attendees will never forget, but unlike the characters in the movie, they'd actually be able to remember it. For South Florida Media Network, I'm Gabriela Perez. South Florida is ready for the Day of Love as they gather for a cuisine served with a glass of wine. A Love Story Winery and Bistro will be celebrating their first Valentine's Day after opening up their restaurant last August.
So for Valentine's Day, we really want everyone to have a full love story experience. We want people to feel it as soon as they arrive.
The restaurant includes a porch, dining and wining tasting room, and gardens. A perfect place to take pictures and admire the post-worthy ambiance.
A Love Story was created as a fun yet intimate space for others to make unforgettable moments with their loved ones.
Oh, it's just the environment, the atmosphere is so romantic. Not only for Valentine's, any day, it's so beautiful. You just feel romance all the way in.
Open Tuesdays through Sundays, people are able to make reservations online. For more information, you can visit www.alovestorywinery.com. For South Florida Media Network,
thank you.
I'm Gabriela Perez. The Miami Marlins coming home after a very bad trip in Georgia, getting swept by the Atlanta Braves. The series had divisional implications as the Braves currently stand on top of the NL East. The second-place Marlins managed to secure an early lead but succumbed to a fifth-inning rally by the Braves that they could not recover from. The final score was Marlins 3, Braves 6. The Marlins are back home to play the St. Louis Cardinals in a fourth-game series starting today at 6:40 p.m. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back. The holiday weekend is not over yet, as officials say travel will break records. In the midst of the July 4th weekend, AAA reports that more than 50 million Americans will either hit the road or fly, making record-breaking numbers. Yet many passengers experience roadblocks since thousands of flights have been canceled or delayed due to bad weather. Strong storms originating from the Rockies in the mid-Atlantic are to blame.